Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today, in our episode, Faith and Superstitions, written by anti-superstition activist Dr. Narendra Dabholkar, I am going to read out you on reasons why some superstitions fade away. Despite the above tendency, many superstitions just fade away. Certain conditions conducive to the fading of certain superstitions develop as time passes. The superstitions that are based on ignorance just disappear in the light of new knowledge. There was a time when man did not know why people develop fever and with its sores on their faces. After some days, the fever would subside and the sores would heal, but leaving scars and making the faces of the poor victims ugly. It was thought to be the wrath of a certain deity. Eventually, vaccination against this disease of smallpox was invented. The research revealed that the smallpox germ is transmitted only from one human being to another. It became obvious that if the disease is checked till no single case of smallpox could erupt and the disease could be eradicated completely. Adequate measures were taken to do so, and now not a single case of smallpox could be found even if a prize worth of lakh of rupees is announced. Even the need for vaccination has vanished, as also the wrath of deity with it. Knowledge replaced ignorance, dispelling all superstitions about smallpox. Another category of superstitions is inhuman superstition. They are brutal in nature and are despised by society. People feel outraged and disgusted with them. For example, you are all aware of the Devdasi custom in certain parts of our country. According to this custom, if a young girl develops a clotted lock of hair called jet, she is married to a deity. At times, young girls are married to a deity because their parents take a oath to do so. Such a marriage is most unnatural, and the young girls end up either being sold into the red light area of Mumbai or in hands of the village hoodlums. All their dreams of happy marriage and family are thrown to the wind. This custom prevails even today. The Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti movement has managed to arouse a sense of outrage and disgust about it in the society. Society's support is extremely important for the eradication of this atrocious superstition of Devadasi. Horrifying methods are used in some superstitions of this type. Some people, in order to fulfill their vow, incise the skin of their forehead with a knife. Some others rush to the wall of a temple and bang their head against it. These strange ways are very dangerous and involve risk to the life. No religion, saint, or a deity has ever prescribed such bizarre ways of worship or appeasement of deities. So, in the case of these practices, it is comparatively easy to convince people that they have nothing to do with religion and should be stopped forthwith. In a society, as life becomes fast, people find it very difficult to adhere to certain superstitions. These then automatically pass into oblivion. Untouchability was strictly observed in the past in our society. It continues to some extent even today. Physical contact, eating together, or intermarriage with members of lower caste was strictly prohibited. Prohibition of physical contact and eating together cannot exist anymore. Great reformers of the past have contributed to this change to some extent, but a bigger part is played by the increasingly fast lifestyle of the society. Once you enter into a crowded bus or train, you are not likely to know who the person standing so close to you is. Prohibition of physical contact with lower caste in such a situation is meaningless. Similarly, when you enter a hotel, you can never tell who had drunk from the cup before it is offered to you. Prohibition on eating together is thus impossible to practice. This does not mean that people have accepted that casteism is an atrocious and inhuman institution based on blind faith. For even today, people religiously observe the third prohibition when it comes to finding a suitable match for their son or daughter, simply because it is quite easy to find out to which caste the match belongs. Even today, a woman considers herself to be polluted during menstruation, but now she cannot abstain from all household work and restrict herself to a corner in the house. If she happens to be a working woman, which mostly likely she is, she certainly is not going to get 3 to 4 days leave every month. The changed circumstances has helped us get rid of the concept of pollution and avoiding contact with a menstruating woman. The social reformers of the world have left us a good legacy that helps eradication of superstitions. At the beginning of the 19th century, especially in Pune, one would notice a number of women in dark red saris with their heads clean shaven. They were the hapless widows of those days when it was a matter of religious right and faith that widows should shave their heads. This custom is not followed anymore. However, recently in Maharashtra, one woman expressed her wish to shave her head when her husband died. And one has to admit that if a man can shave his head at will, why not a woman? But is it all that simple? It is not. When does a man shave his head? He does it when he goes to Tirupati or as a funeral rite or to imitate a hero. The woman argued, I do not want to keep this long and luxurious hair of mine any longer after my husband's death, and I have decided to shave it, which I have every right to do. Her hair was, of course, part of her personality, and she had the liberty to do whatever she wanted to do with it. But others tried to convince her. See, shaving one's head means accepting the concept that a woman's life after her husband's death is worthless. She has no right to look good, so she should endeavor to remain unattractive. This concept is not just a superstition, but a symbol of enslavement of women. When this ugly custom was abolished, it meant a step forward in women's freedom from superstition and enslavement. If you shave your head now in the name of your personal freedom, it means starting this ugly practice all over again and doing away with the progress made through the last several decades. So, we entreat you, please do not shave your head. Fortunately, the women did agree. Thus, all those superstitions that are rooted in ignorance are inhuman and atrocious, are out of step with the prevailing fast lifestyle, are opposed strongly by social reformers, either vanish or are on their way out. Social atmosphere is becoming more and more conducive to their eradication. Yet, a very big domain of superstition has remained unaffected. We have to explore why and also acquire an insight into the nature of faith now. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Dr. Samaram Multi-Channel Network, which is nearby 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos. And for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.
Please download Samaram Multi-Channel app and watch your favorite channels from your mobile. App available on Google Play Store and subscribe to the channels.